Welcome everybody to Donut Day for Summer 1 session, which is from May 3rd to June 27th. Yay! Okay, and I want to talk to everybody about our office hours. Please be aware of our hours if you need to pick up documents or if you want to drop something off. Please give us a call or email us if you plan to come to the office. And this is to make sure that we do have somebody available and that we have what you're looking for. Okay, so just give us a call or email us, like I mentioned, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Memorial Day. So BIA will be closed on Monday, May 31st in observance of Memorial Day. What this means is that BIA is closed, so you don't have classes this day and staff is not available. However, we will be back Tuesday, so please feel free to give us a call or email us that. All right, next part I want to cover is tuition. I know that I've sent out an email recently stating to everybody that our tuition increased from $480 to $580 per month. Please remember that students have the option to either pay the partial payment, which is $580, or pay the full amount, which is $1,160. I want to remind everybody that I do understand that it is an increase in tuition and it is gonna affect people, but please know we're willing to work with you as well. We appreciate all of you, so please, if you need more time to pay, get in contact with us, okay? And just as a reminder, the at least partial tuition is due by this Sunday, May 9th. So we need to receive at least $580. And like I mentioned, if you need more time, please get in contact with us to pay that. Okay, and then the 3 ways that you can pay at BIA are via email. So you can send us an email with your card information. Please make sure that you also include the code in the back of your card. Is usually a 3-number code. It usually helps us because sometimes we can't process a payment without it. So please make sure to include that. Or you can also call us at our BIA number and give us your card information. The most convenient way is probably just using the application called Zelle. You can download this to your phone. A lot of banks already have this included, such as Bank of America and TD. So please check your bank, or you're welcome if you have a regular bank, you can just open an account and create it using the app. Just make sure that if you do use Zelle, that you send the payment to our email address. So biaboston@gmail.com. As a reminder, we do discount students $5 per session when they use Zelle. Per session, it's not per payment. So if you use Zelle for the first payment, so $580, we'll discount $5 to your tuition for that session. So next session, you would just pay your regular payment. Health insurance, super important. If you are one of the students that you find yourself saying, hey, I need to go get a checkup at the doctor, or I need a prescription for medication, please feel free to contact the partner that we use called PSI Health Insurance. We do have information about this on our website. But if you're interested, we also can send you along the PowerPoint for PSI so you can learn more about the health plans and whatnot. We don't actually help with enrolling you into the health insurance plan. However, we do, like I said, we partner with PSI so they can help you enroll. And they do offer different languages if you need somebody to help you and you primarily speak, let's say, Portuguese. Okay, vacation. I know this is one topic that students like to talk a lot, or they have a lot of questions about. Our vacation is 2 months long for students who qualify. So in order to qualify, you need to study for us for at least 8 months, okay? And then you receive a 2 month vacation. Okay, so please just remember that, especially if you're a new student, that you're gonna have to study for 8 months before you qualify for vacation. So for vacation approval, we will need for you to complete our vacation form, which is usually completed when you meet with a student advisor. You will meet via Zoom to review the vacation requirements and to see if you have any questions. We can answer it for you then. You need to make sure your balance is paid off. Your attendance is good. So what does that mean? 19 absences or less per session. Remember, there's 2 months per session, and this session ends June 27th. So you have to make sure you have 19 or less period absences, okay? And then no academic probation. And that means that you, at the end of the session, your grade needs to be at least a 75% or better, your average grade in the class. And as I mentioned before, you need to study for at least 8 months before your vacation is approved. Okay, another important topic is medical leave. So please know that students can apply for a medical leave if you feel like you need some time off from school. Please know that we will need to see a signed medical note from a medical doctor, an OD, or a clinical psychologist, okay? This needs to include the dates of your medical leave as well. And then you also need to complete our medical leave request form, which can also be found online, but you can just reach out to us, let us know, hey Jess, I'm not feeling well, I don't think I'm gonna be in class, what do you need from me in order for me to go on medical leave? And then we can just give you the link and tell you what you need. Before you proceed with medical leave, I like to remind students that we can approve your medical leave. However, please make sure that you're aware that if your clock hours are below 80% by the end of the session, you would need to switch your schedule because you will need to repeat your level, okay? Please make sure you are aware of that before you tell us, hey, yes, please approve my medical leave for this amount of time. For students who find themselves testing positive for COVID, we will need the test results of your COVID-19 test. It needs to include your name and the date. And then you also have to complete the medical leave request form. All right, for extended enrollment agreement, for those students who want to extend their contract, please, you can always just contact us and let us know, and then we can guide you to what you will need, which is to complete the extended enrollment form, which you can also find online. And then we will also need to see an updated bank statement within the last 6 months. You will be receiving an email from the student advisors if you're a student who has a contract end date of June 27th of this year and July 25th of this year. So please check your email so you make sure that if you're one of those students who received it, to let us know right away if you plan to extend your contract, which I hope you do. It's super, super important that everybody checks their spam or their junk folder, because a lot of times our emails can be found there. We communicate a lot via email, so please just make sure you check your spam or your junk to make sure that you're receiving our emails.
Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. I'm Stella, the academic manager. Let's go over our academic policy. Each level module at BIA is 8 weeks. There are still no early advancements, no moving down in levels, and no repeats. If your final grade is 75% or higher with 80% of attendance, students must move up. To pass, you need to have 75% of your final grade by the end of the 8-week session. If you do not, you will go on an 8-week academic probation with an individual learning plan. And you have to repeat your level in a different schedule. To pass, students need to also have an 80% of attendance by the end of the 8-week session. If you do not, you have to go on an 8-week academic probation with an individual learning plan. And if you are studying ESL, you need to repeat your level in a different schedule. To be in good standing, students need a lifetime average grade of 75%. Probation and level repeats. If an ESL student fails, so your grade is below, under 75%, or session clock hour attendance is under 80%, they must repeat their level on academic probation and the individual learning plan. To repeat, you have to change your schedule and so they can immediately repeat their class with a different teacher. TOEFL students and also the business students that fail go also on academic probation. Academic warning, when less than 75% midterm progress score. Results, students will receive an academic warning email. Extended academic probation, how? Less than 75% final report grade or less than 80% session clock hour attendance. Result, 8-week probation and also individual learning plan. Extended academic probation, how? Less than 75% lifetime average, however your current level is good. 16 weeks to raise the lifetime average to 75% plus. Combined academic probation, less than 75% lifetime average and failing current level module or low attendance. What happens? 8-week probation, and ESL always has to repeat the level with change of schedule, and 16 weeks to raise the lifetime average to 75% plus. With individual learning plan and no vacation. So you cannot go on vacation if you're on academic probation. Now let's talk about attendance rules. Okay, during class time, your teacher will have 2 roll calls every period. The first roll call happens at the start time, and the second roll call happens 15 minutes into the period. Okay, students are present for the period if they are in class when the class starts. But you will be marked tardy if you go to class from 1 minute to 15 minutes late. So be in class on time. Students are absent for the period when you arrive to class 16 minutes plus late, or when you do not go to class at all. Students are absent for the period when they leave class 16 minutes early. So if you leave the class before it ends 16 minutes, you will be marked absent. Let's talk about online attendance. Attendance policy for online learning. Cameras. You should have your cameras on. Okay, it is required. Students without their cameras on will be marked absent for that period. Here's a tip. If you're concerned about your class seeing your living space, please tilt your camera upwards. This. so your teacher can only see your face. Let's talk about participation and attendance. In order to be marked present in class, students must participate in their live Zoom classes throughout the entire class. You know, teachers put a lot of work into running their classes, and they expect that their students stay engaged throughout the class time. So please participate. Participation and safety. Please do not drive while you are in class, because it would prevent you from participating fully. You will be marked absent by your teacher if you do not follow these guidelines, okay? So in order to be marked present for the period, we expect students to participate in discussions with their instructor and classmates, especially during breakout rooms and class activities and group discussions. So please do not drive and be in class at the same time. It is not safe. Participation room. So your teacher will call on students throughout each period and will expect verbal responses from students when they're called on. If a student is not verbally responsive after being called on 3 times by their teacher, that student will be marked absent for the period. So this doesn't mean you can stop engaging in class until your teacher calls on you. So please try to be focused and stay on your task. And if you have to have a bathroom break, please notify your teacher to avoid any confusion. Tech issues. As always, please contact VIA staff as soon as you experience a technical issue. Please email us describing your issue with a photo of your computer device so we can see your technical problem, because we need evidence for our records. In order to be eligible for online learning, you need to have the right tools to access your class. So you need to have, first of all, internet connection and a working device. If you are having any problems, please contact VIS staff. Working device. So you're required to have a webcam on throughout class. If you do not have a good working device, our school recommends the Amazon Kindle Fire 7. It is available on Amazon for only $50. It's one of the cheapest devices available that can connect you to all of the services you need for BIA's online learning class. For more information, please email us. For safety reasons, so we know who is using our Zoom rooms, you must set a name before you enter your classroom, even if you're on your phone. This is very important, okay? So please make sure your teachers can see your name.
And I just want to say thank you to everybody. We appreciate you all. And I hope that everybody's staying safe and taking care of yourself. And like, as I mentioned, if you have any concerns, if you need to just talk to us about something, please feel free to get in contact with us. We're here for you. Okay? Thank you so much. And at the end, we're going to also include a link to a Google quiz. So please make sure if you want extra credit to complete it. It's not required. However, if you want the extra credit, feel free to complete the quiz. Okay? Perfect.